Cloud computing, the internet is down, now what? When the internet goes down, it can really hamper productivity, and many people want to know how this affects cloud computing. We live in the information age, and the internet and cloud computing has become a crucial technology that many corporate enterprises depend on. That's why it's important to understand cloud computing. The internet is down, now what? Unfortunately, there will be times when the internet goes down unexpectedly, and this can be very frustrating. Can cloud computing work without internet? You need internet to access the cloud because cloud computing is an online service. However, many cloud computing services do make it possible to access and work on important files while offline. Being able to work on files in offline mode makes it possible for workers to continue being productive. They can simply upload the work once their internet is working again. There are also several other ways to ensure productivity when your business is having internet downtime and you can't directly access the cloud. What to do when you are on the cloud and the internet goes down? Cloud computing has many great benefits and has changed the way that industries and corporations do business globally. The internet is a technology that civilization has come to rely on in our modern age. When this vital technology goes down, it often feels like we have been stranded and the whole world comes to a standstill. Thankfully, many cloud computing service providers have already started working on a solution for this by providing you with an option to work on important documents in offline mode. Alternatively, there are also a few other things that you can do to ensure yourself against internet downtime. When you have a good strategy in place, you will be much better equipped to deal with times when there is limited cloud access. The first thing that you should be looking at is developing a contingency plan. Work on getting a storage option that is on the premises, as this will give your workers access to critical files in case of an unforeseen event. By doing this, you are enabling yourself to have an alternative option to your software as a service portfolio, which will act as a safety net. When your workers have access to files that are on the cloud, they should keep a backup copy of the important files on a corporate network storage location. This will help you to be independent from your cloud provider's system when there is a problem with the network. Aside from having an on-location backup system where your files are stored, you can also look at having an alternative internet connection to fall back on. You should also make sure that the apps that you are using have an option for offline sync. This means that workers will still be able to keep working locally even if the internet is down or when there is a network problem. The app will automatically sync the files when internet access is restored. What are the other disadvantages of cloud computing? Aside from not being able to access the cloud when the internet is down, there are also some other disadvantages. Being aware of the disadvantages of cloud computing can help you to prepare and implement risk management systems. By doing this, you will be covered in case of an unforeseen event. Not being in control of your own data is one disadvantage of cloud computing. When you move your services to the cloud, you are essentially handing over your data and information to a cloud service provider. This means that you will have to trust your cloud service provider when it comes to questions of data security. You may also have restricted access to certain features, as some cloud providers offer limited versions. Because of this, you may not receive every feature or customization, as they may have only enabled the most popular features within the version that you are using. This is why it is important to know what your cloud service provider offers before you sign up. Another disadvantage of using cloud services is a lack of redundancy. Many cloud servers are not redundant and are poorly backed up. By purchasing a redundancy plan, you can avoid being burned when technology fails. Of course, this is an extra expense, but it is an investment when it comes to securing data in the long run. When we compare, we can still see that the advantages of cloud computing outweigh the disadvantages. These minor cloud computing hurdles can be easily overcome with a proper amount of foresight and preparation. By knowing what the hazards are, you can safely manage the risks and still get all of the benefits that cloud computing has to offer. Is cloud computing still beneficial if I can't access it without internet? Cloud computing has many advantages that has revolutionized the way that we work today. Unfortunately, when the internet goes down or when there are network problems, you won't have access to the cloud. However, There are several ways to get around this obstacle and still be productive and reap all of the benefits that cloud computing has to offer. Cloud computing makes it possible for you to set up a virtual workspace. This enables you to have the flexibility of connecting to your workspace whenever and wherever you want. As there are a large number of web-enabled devices available today, accessing your data is easier than ever before. Reduced IT costs is one of the major reasons why you should still consider utilizing cloud space. Maintaining and managing IT systems can be expensive and time-consuming, and cloud computing helps to reduce these costs. You will no longer have to worry about costly system upgrades, energy consumption costs, and time delays. Cloud computing also enhances storage scalability for your business. You are able to scale your storage needs according to your situation. As your business grows and your needs change, you will still be able to easily adapt, meaning that you will have more time to focus on important tasks. Business continuity is also another advantage of utilizing cloud storage space. You no longer have to worry about hardware breakdowns, power failures, or any other crisis, as your data will be safely stored in the cloud. This data accessibility helps you to reduce downtime and loss of productivity. Cloud computing also helps to boost collaboration efficiency and enables your business to transcend the traditional methods of communicating and sharing. It is much easier now for employees and third parties to access files from several different locations. This means that teams can be twice as productive when it comes to working together on projects. Aside from being a project manager's dream, cloud computing also increases the flexibility of work practices. This is due to workers being able to access data from virtually anywhere, regardless of whether they are at home, at the store, traveling between locations, or on vacation. Connecting to your data from a remote location has never been easier. Related questions. Who owns cloud storage? The cloud service provider owns public cloud storage. The cloud service provider owns many data storage centers, which consist of networking equipment, servers, and storage. As a client, you are renting this storage space and using it to store your data. What is the difference between public and private cloud storage? Public cloud storage is owned by a cloud service provider, while private cloud could be directly owned by a company that uses the space. The main difference is that the hardware used for private cloud storage is dedicated to a single client. Public cloud storage gives numerous clients access to their many data storage centers. Is my data safe on the cloud? For the most part, data that is stored in the cloud is usually safer than data which is stored locally. This is because cloud service providers use encryption and take other security measures to protect your data. You also don't have to worry about losing data due to unforeseen events like power outages, hardware problems, and any other crises. Can cloud computing help me to enhance my ability to achieve business goals? Cloud computing can help you to achieve business goals through file storage, disaster recovery, backups, big data analytics, and more. By choosing to use cloud computing services, you are increasing your business competitiveness by reducing costs and improving flexibility. By being able to optimally utilize resources, achieving your business goals becomes much more attainable. What is infrastructure as a service? When computer infrastructure is delivered to support enterprise operations on an outsourced basis, it is called infrastructure as a service, IaaS. IaaS provides hardware, storage, data center space, network components, and software to clients. This helps them to cut costs related to acquiring, managing, and maintaining IT infrastructure. Can the cloud help me to back up my data? With cloud computing, backing up your data no longer has to be a complex and time-consuming operation. You can easily send data to be stored in a wide number of locations without having to worry about security, capacity, or availability problems. While cloud-based backup is not perfect, it has greatly improved our ability to store important information conveniently.